Hi, everybody, and happy Cinco de Mayo. Today, we are not going to be talking about Cinco de Mayo in our class, but we will have two books today about Cinco de Mayo. So you can join me later for story time, and we'll talk about that at the end of the video. All right, so let's go over the vowels. We reviewed our vowels yesterday. Let's review them again today. So first we have A. What sound does A make? It makes two sounds. It makes more than two, but we study two sounds. The short sound is ah, like apple, and the long sound is A like acorn. Then we have E. E, the short sound of E is for elephant, and the long sound is E for eagle. Then we have I. The short sound of I is igloo, and the long sound is ice cream. Then we have O. The short sound of O is octopus, and the long sound is ocean. And finally, we have U. The short sound of U is umbrella, and the long sound is unicorn. So who remembers which vowel is our letter of the week? Remembers I like igloo, and ice cream. And if you remember yesterday, for story time, we read a book called Izzy the Ice Cream Fairy. Izzy starts with the short sound of I, and ice cream starts with the long sound of I. All right, so today we're going to start with a sight word. So what we're going to do this week is I want to review not do any new sight words, but do all of the sight words that start with the letter I. So each day we'll do a different one. So the first one we have is I, right? Capital I, only capital I by itself is a word, and it means I like ice cream. Okay, so this is I. The next one we have is in. Then we have is like he is hungry. And finally, we have it like it is fun. So each day, like I said, we will be reviewing one of the sight words, and you will be doing a worksheet on only that sight word for the day. So today, we are going to be studying is, or reviewing it, because you've already learned this, is, okay? So how do we spell is? I-S spells is. I-S spells is. Excellent. This week, we are going to be learning about something that starts with the letter I. And in fact, it starts with this sight word. Which is this sight word? Is this is, in, or it? What do you think? They all start with and it ends with n. So this one is in, okay? So what we're going to be studying this week starts with in. I'm going to build the word here. Insect. This is a big, long word, and I don't expect anybody to be able to sound this out, but I wanted you to see how we can. We have insect. Now, what is an insect? It's a long word. An insect is another word for a short word, bug, right? So we are going to be studying bugs or insects, okay? So let's look at a few that I think you all know. Let's start with this one. Goes bzzz. What is it? It's a B. B. What letter do you think B starts with? This one should be easy. It starts with The letter B. B-E-E spells bee. A bee is an insect with wings. Do all insects have wings? No, they don't. Some do. A bee, yes, it does. Next, we have a caterpillar. Caterpillar. What letter do you think caterpillar starts with? K, k. There's two options, right? What two letters sound like k, k? Well, it could be a C or it could be a K. And in this case, it's a C. This is a caterpillar. And what does a caterpillar turn into? A caterpillar turns into a butterfly. Butterfly. Now, does a caterpillar have wings? No. But does a butterfly have wings? Yes. So pretty amazing, right? Say an insect that doesn't have wings that turns into an insect that does. And we will talk about that more later in the week. So what letter do you think butterfly starts with? Butterfly starts with B, butterfly. All right, next we have, who knows what this is? This insect is an ant. Ant. Ant starts with the letter A. A-N-T spells ant. And this is spelled differently than the ant, like your aunt and uncle. Some people say aunt, some people say ant. If you say ant, it's not spelled like this, it's different. The next insect that we have is, who knows what this is? I bet everybody does. Red with black spots is a ladybug. What letter do you think ladybug starts with? L is L. Ladybug. And finally, we have a grasshopper. Who knows what grasshopper starts with? G. Grasshopper starts with G. G sounds like G. And the grasshopper is what color? Green. And what does green start with? G. Green, the same as grasshopper. G. Great. So here are 6 different insects: grasshopper, ladybug, ant, butterfly, caterpillar, and bee. I want you to listen to a video. It's actually a book from ABC Mouse all about insects. And remember, insect starts with the letter I, insect, the short sound of I. So she will tell you a lot more about insects. So enjoy the video, and I will see you in a few minutes.
What are insects? Hi, my name is Pavati. I live in the great American Southwest. This is my pet ferret, Blinks. My dad is a zoologist. That means he studies animals. He taught me about 6 kinds of animals. They are birds, fish, reptiles, insects, amphibians, and mammals. Insects are the largest animal group in the world. My dad says there are so many different kinds of insects that no one knows exactly how many, but it's probably more than 1 million. There are a few things that all insects have in common. They all have 6 legs. Blinks would love to have 6 legs, and so would I. Think how fast we could run. Guess what else insects have in common? They all have a hard covering on the outside of their bodies. That's called an exoskeleton. We humans have skeletons too, but they're inside our bodies. Most insects have wings, but some insects don't. Can you name any insects that have wings? Butterflies, fireflies, ladybugs, bees, and dragonflies are all insects with wings. Other insects don't have wings, including many types of ants and stick insects. Have you ever wondered what those things sticking out of an insect's head are? They're called antennae. They help insects feel what's going on around them. Now let's talk about babies. You know how chickens lay eggs? Well, insects lay eggs too. Insect mothers lay their eggs, and when the babies are ready, they hatch and come out. But a lot of insect babies look different than they do when they're adults. Caterpillars are actually young butterflies that haven't grown wings yet. When it comes to food, insects eat all kinds of things. Lynx and I can't wait to show you more interesting creatures on our next visit. In the meantime, check out these fun facts about insects. A giant walking stick can be up to 2 feet long. You may never see one though. This insect hides by looking like part of a tree. A fly can taste things with the tiny hairs on its feet. If what the fly tastes seems like it might be good to eat, then the fly takes another taste with its mouth. Ants may be tiny, but they're strong. Some ants can lift and carry more than 50 times their own weight. The giant weta of New Zealand really is a giant. It can weigh as much as a small tomato.
All right, everybody. So that was a lot of information, right? She knows a lot about animals. So how many legs do insects have? 6, the same number of insects that we talked about before, right? 6 insects. They have 6 legs. Do they all fly? No, right? Only the ones that have wings fly. I hope you enjoyed what you learned so far about insects. Today you are going to make your own insect book. So I will show you what that's going to look like. Okay, so first of all, these cards, I know this is really super teeny tiny, but these cards that I showed you, I have given you these cards just to look at for reference. You're not going to cut and paste these, but you can look at them so that you can match up the words and remember which words are which. So for instance, if you look at the first one, this says My Insect Vocabulary Book. You can look at the first one and say, ooh, okay, that's one of my pictures that starts with a B. And you're going to look through and you'll say, oh, I have 2 insects that start with a B. Is it this one or this one? And you'll look at the letters and say, oh, well, that one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 letters. And this B only has 3, so it must be the butterfly. Okay, so you can match up your picture to the word and figure out which insect it is and then draw a picture of that insect. So you can use this for help, okay? So we have butterfly, ladybug, grasshopper, caterpillar, bee, and ant, okay? So you will make your own insect book. Excellent. And then after that, you are going to be doing one worksheet with, who remembers what word this is? With the sight word is, okay? So enjoy making your book, enjoy is, and please join me for story time. We won't be doing a book about bugs or insects today. We will be doing 2, it's a bonus day, 2 stories about Cinco de Mayo. So come back and join me for those 2 books, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.